Here we are, UTEC, March Madness, and Les.
Yes.
How do we pull this off?
I don't know. It's amazing.
Thanks to Sean Duvall.
Yeah, Sean Duvall, the mayor.
There's nobody better. He convinced, begged, borrowed, and stole from all his resources to bring us Congresswoman Debbie Dingell.
He didn't have to beg, borrow, or steal. When he asked me if I was coming, I said, nobody invited me. And he made sure you invited me.
Yeah, it was a screw-up on my part, right? Isn't it, Les?
Yeah, so here's Sean's style. Hey, I'm going to be there. Boom!
No, he didn't have to beg. And that's an important fact because, Debbie, I've been on the chamber board here in Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti, and I'm on the foundation board with WCC. And there's not a business event that we have that you're not here supporting small business, medium business, big business, and every organization in Washtenaw County, huh?
Well, first of all, it's important to be out and hear what's on people's minds because you can't be effective if you don't know what people are thinking, and that matters. But this party, this is fun.
Yeah.
Well, next year, March Madness, we're going to make sure they're there. And we got the inside track to getting you first class transportation here.
Yeah, right.
By Golden Limo, right?
I don't even need that. What's great is to be with the community, be with friends. This is everybody, I live in Ann Arbor now too. So you get to see friends and you're highlighting your technology, but I get to see the basketball games.
Yeah.
It's a little hard this year. None
Tough.
of my favorite teams are in there, but I'm cheering for Michigan State.
Yeah, we're gonna root for the green and white.
We are, and all of us are cheering for green and white. It's been a tough month for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, this is important to us, and we appreciate it as a small business. We're small potatoes, but we're big potatoes now because we got the Congresswoman here to our party, and she'll be here every year thereafter. She just committed to that, didn't she?
Yeah.
If we're smart enough to invite her, she'll come again?
Absolutely. I'm thrilled to be here, and it's great. So do you do it on the day that they start?
We do it on the first Thursday. It's been our tradition. First Thursday of the March Madness tournament. It gives us a chance that, like this year, we've had over 500 registered people for the event. A lot of walk-ins after that. But we want to connect businesses. We've learned from greats like yourself that if we can connect people together, we can solve problems. It's a great way to refer business back and forth and make our area here strong. And
I've seen so many connections happening out there. Just bringing people together, and the other thing is you get to meet folks like in a different atmosphere. So it's a little bit more personal, and you get to understand a little bit more about why they do it. And that's, we've had a couple of folks on the podcast today so far. And, and one of the questions is, so why are you doing what you're doing? And the stories, every one of them have got their own unique story, their own unique passion. And it's great to be able to share that. And it's great to share you.
It's really important. Relationships matter. I know you're in the technology business, and it's, these kids today. I mean, it's great that everybody Twitters and texts, but getting to know people.
Yeah.
And this is a great setting because you're not behind a desk, or you get to just really know people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know somebody, you can work with them. You can trust them. Relationships matter. And you're helping bring people together and building those relationships. Nothing better.
Yeah.
well, thank you very much.
So you got anything you want to say to our audience?
Hey, I'm just cheering for the green and white. I want to have fun with basketball tomorrow, St. Patty's Day. I wish we could have more afternoons
It's a big
like
week,
this.
isn't it? Yeah, what a weekend,
is.
March Madness starts, St. Patrick's Day.
People need, it's been a hard few years.
Oh, you aren't kidding.
People have been through really tough, isolating times.
Yeah.
So it's great to see people getting together. It's great to come together as community, and
it's a good
it's
point.
great to celebrate basketball on St. Patty's Day.
Very good.
Well, thank you very much for coming, and we'll
Yeah,
make sure
thank you
you're
for
on
inviting
the
me.
top of the list next year.
All right,
Thank
you
you.
got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, well, here we are again, 2023 March Madness UTEC. Hello,
March
Les.
Madness. It's crazy, Rob.
It's crazy busy out here. There's probably 100 more people here than there were last year.
Oh, easily. It's nuts.
It's pretty wild. But we have a very special guest.
Yes.
for episode 1. This is like a mini series.
That is true.
We have Emmanuel Jones, Jones Cleaning Group. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Manuel,
nice
how are you?
You guys have me on here today. Yeah, appreciate it. I'm doing pretty well. Great environment, great vibes, great food and drinks, so I'm loving it.
Is this your first time at March Madness here?
This is my very first time.
Well, good. You picked a good year to come for your first one. So
Yeah.
So, Emmanuel, you're a great client of ours, good friend of the company. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your business? And we really want to know is why you're in the business that you've chosen.
Sure. So, Jones Cleaning Group, we've been around it's been a little over 6 years now.
Oh, good.
We're based all across Southeast Michigan. I have an office in Ypsi, and then we have an office in the Detroit area. Our client base is pretty diverse, whether it's office buildings, restaurants, retail, manufacturing, schools. So we kind of do everything from the standpoint of providing commercial cleaning, carpet, hard floor care, and then window cleaning. In regards to the why.
Yeah, why are you in this?
For me, it's an interesting answer, and I think the key words are economic empowerment. So a lot of our staff are either single parents, they have some type of disability, they're vets, or they are returning citizens. And typically, in most of our population, normally they don't have a college degree, some have a GED or a diploma, some don't. So in a lot of cases, the job opportunities they have don't really pay that well. We pay, anywhere from $16 to $18 an hour, for our staff. So, for somebody like that, being able to have that type of rate, working, full-time or part-time, it can provide them, a sustainable living in a sense.
Right. Give them a step up.
Right. And then, through us, as we grow, those individuals have opportunities in management and beyond and sales. So really being able to provide, a livable, wage,
right?
For the staff, for them to be able to. We had somebody recently where, because of us, they're able to, quit their full-time job, and now they just have one job with us.
Oh, wow. So your why is pretty powerful.
Yeah. Definitely very powerful.
How long has the business been open, Emmanuel?
It's been a little over 6 years now.
Okay.
Yep.
It's awesome.
What was that like navigating through a pandemic as a business owner?
That was one of the most challenging experience I've ever had. Not a lot of people want to work.
Yeah.
And so, it let me know basically, hey, like, either I'm in this for the long haul or I'm not, because I was probably working, 80 plus hours a week during that time frame, because everybody was at home, relaxing, making free money. But it also taught me, like, if I can get through that,
you get through
the sky's the limit. Like, I know where I'm going to be able to take this company to and what value we offer to our clients. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Les.
No, I was going to say, so COVID actually was an empowerment for you personally.
Yes, it was.
It lets you know what you can do.
Definitely.
It's awesome.
That's what gets me excited about business owners right now, especially ones that have emerged in the last 5 years, is they've never seen a good economy, yet they're still performing, doing well, making payroll, all of, they're able to still do it in a bad economy.
Wow.
So when there's a good economy, look out. It's going to be hopefully a profit haven for those companies that were able to endure and continue moving forward.
So, Emmanuel, there's a lot of organizations that are out there, doing similar. So why Emmanuel Jones Cleaning? What makes you unique?
So I think the biggest thing is our number one priority is customer success. Mm-hmm. So whenever I go into a space with a client, prospective or current, I'm thinking about how do I play a role in them being successful.
Yeah.
So whether it's with the cleaning supplies, maybe we're not providing cleaning supplies, but we're going to find ways to help you save on the ones you're purchasing, paper products, so we'll actually give you recommendations. Maybe we're not the ones where some clients, we're not the actual cleaning company that's in there, but we've given them a system that they can hold that company accountable. But for me, it's really about how can I ensure they're going to be successful and thriving, because if they're not thriving and they go out of business, that's a client we lost. But through inspections that we do on a regular basis, through already pre-made checklists that we've customized for any client that we work with, that way they know exactly what we're doing every time we're in there. very transparent in regards to what products we're utilizing and why.
Yeah.
So we're not. I know a lot of people are used to using bleach. We don't clean with bleach because of how abrasive it is, how toxic it is.
Right.
So I think the value that we offer is consistency, transparency, and then also just staff that love what they do.
Right.
And to be quite frankly honest, staff that love what they do, enjoy what they do because of the culture that we have within our company.
That's awesome, man. Well, we appreciate you,
Yeah.
and thank you for coming by for March. Now, this is your first one, so it ain't gonna be your last, though, right?
It ain't gonna be my last. This will be the first of many more, definitely.
That's
Well, good.
awesome. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Les.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, and we're back for episode 2, the March Madness edition. What's happening, Les?
March Madness 2023.
2023.
It's exploding out there. I mean, it's a riot.
It's pretty wild. I hear
Yeah.
people getting all amped up.
Yeah, that last game just went down to the wire. I think they had the final shot at like 5 seconds left on the clock. That was that eruption in the background.
Yeah, it's been a good day here. But joining us at the table right now is Kim Doyle.
But
Hello.
She is from Epson. Is everyone waving out there? That's
Yeah.
the hard part about doing this. Is
Yeah.
everyone's walking by and
Yeah.
waving at you. So you have that squirrel brain going
yes,
on.
exactly. But here's the wild part. UTEC opened up the banks this year, and they flew in Epson's marketing specialist, Kim Doyle.
Yes.
This is big spending going on here.
Absolutely.
Very
I mean,
generous.
you don't get this kind of talent just.
This is
off
what
the
we
street.
call a get in the industry.
Yes, this is a get.
Absolutely.
I got it. I need that now.
So welcome, Kim.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. First podcast.
Well, good. Well, give us an elevator pitch about what a day in the life is like for Kim Doyle at Epson in the marketing department.
So it starts early. I get emails probably starting at 6 a.m. And I do a few different things. So I do a lot of, obviously, in focus with our dealers. I have probably over 80 dealers across my region that I support. And it goes anywhere from supporting with their websites and social to working one-on-one with reps to developing sales activity. So it could be giving them contacts and content for them to push out. So ultimately, my goal is to increase their visibility and hopefully they sell some Epson.
Yeah.
Good.
So Kim, Epson's a huge company, right?
Yes.
And they do a lot of things. And actually,
You have a very nice watch on.
Is
Yeah.
that an Epson watch?
an
It's
Epson watch.
so we are owned by Seiko. That's our
Yep.
parent company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was a nice little gift we got. I did not get any watches, though. I'd like to find out.
What an outrage. We're going to send this to the CEO of Epson to try and have him remedy that
Well-
omission.
she was able to get Shaq in here, which is one of the. I'm sure you saw Shaq out there, but she was able to get Shaq in
Yes.
for the big event.
Like Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah.
Just the cutout for today's event.
I'm over here like, why am I sitting in here?
They were shown in our dealer event in California at the beginning of February. So I
Okay.
pulled all my cards to
She
get
did.
one to UTEC. They were number one. I'm
Yep,
not
first
joking. They
ones.
were number one on the
Well,
list
good.
to
Yep.
get this cutout.
Well, what
Yeah.
we should do is we should put him in the chair.
We should. I mean, the marketing side of me is saying we have to be careful, but with Shaq. But
I'll
it's very
shoot him a text. He'll be fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he would be.
If his legal team comes for me, I'll forward it to you.
Yes.
So Kim, so we had a chance to meet at Ink Boldly,
Yes, we did.
and I'd seen your last name, and you come from a long lineage within the industry.
I do.
So in some ways, you kind of grew up in our industry, right?
I did. And I don't think you know this. My grandpa actually worked for IBM selling like fax machines. So
Oh, my
it goes
gosh.
way back. We really just stuck it with the family,
That's awesome.
Can't get away from it.
Yeah, once toner gets in the vein, now it's ink.
Ink. We're going for ink.
I was going with
A little
that.
different.
Yeah. So what do you like best?
Working with Epson?
Well, within your new role, because you used to be in sales, right?
I used to do sales.
And now you're in marketing.
Yes.
And, it's a whole different world in this digital environment that we're
Yeah.
in.
So I look at my role like I'm still in a sales role. So with all my partners, I really keep track of how many of my partners are up and running fully. So when I look at that is who has Epson on their website? Are all their sales reps onboarded, familiar with Epson, taking advantage of the program? So I make it a numbers game for me. That's
Yeah.
kind of my sales role, but unfortunately I'm not making that commission check anymore,
Oh.
which I do miss, but we'll see.
I'll make a territory for you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if I can be recruited just yet, but
All right, well, we'll work on it. So where do you see things going? I mean, because Epson's kind of a different flavor in our business. It's ink
Yes.
versus toner.
I like that term, different flavor. We
Yeah.
definitely are. I just see it just from February, the beginning of February, when we did that event. I have been swamped with events, with meetings, trainings, getting calls from new dealers interested in carrying Epson. So I think it's going to get a lot more busy than we currently are.
Oh,
so
wow.
I think it's very excited. Very exciting time
That's
for
awesome.
us. Yeah.
You're leading the charge, and you're out leading in the
I
field.
can't say I'm leading it, but it's definitely a team effort. And one of the things I really like about working with Epson, especially Jay, who's your BDM, is we really tag team. If someone can't do something, it's another person. We really rely on each
Yeah.
other. And one of the great feedbacks that we're getting, so I'm hoping you can back us up, is we're very hands-on. So if you have
Yeah.
a question, we're a call away or an
There's
email
a lot
away.
of collaboration that
Yes.
goes on. You're great. You've been a great vendor so far.
Thank
Great
you. I
partner,
appreciate
absolutely.
that.
And we appreciate you coming in and helping us with customer demos today. And
I can't take much credit. Jay is really good at his job, but it does. It's really nice to see it real in action live. So I don't get to see that too often. So
And we actually get to work with Kim a little bit on your website, doing
Yes.
some collaborations. So.
we're gonna do a
nice.
whole sustainability page. So I think that's
so
exciting.
incredibly important.
Yeah.
We were talking to a client, and he had made the phrase. It was kind of a off the cuff remark, but he said, "There's really nobody out there that wants to leave a world more polluted." Whether you are on the spectrum of sustainability or wherever you're at, but there's really nobody wants to leave things worse.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's a good. It's good to be part of that.
I agree.
Yeah, it's nice too, from my perspective, to see UTEC and Epson partner together on that being important to both companies.
Yep, absolutely, and to our clients too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
So
excellent.
what's a one simple phrase that we can leave our guests with when it comes to Epson?
Oh, I have the perfect one. I think you know it too. It's
I'm gonna
simple, smart, and clean. That's what Epson's tagline is kind of going moving forward. It really encompasses our technology
Yep.
and our efforts. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, so for our guests out there, the technology's simple. There's not as many moving parts. It's clean. We're 40% less landfill
Yep.
waste than other competitors. Simple, clean.
And it's smart because
And
it's
it's smart.
scalable. It goes from like our desktop printers, our $99 desktop printers, all the way to our, I don't know the exact amount, but $1 million
25,
printer.
oh,
So
the
it really
big
depends
ones.
on how many of those precision core chips are in the
Yeah.
devices. So yeah, simple, smart, clean.
I love
Love
it. Well, we appreciate you, Kim.
Thank you. Thanks for
Appreciate
having
the
me.
support.
I'm happy to be here.
All right, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Kim. Welcome back, everybody. We have another great guest. Now, Les, you gave the rundown on her profile much better than me,
Yeah.
so I'll let you introduce our next guest. So, just to clarify with everyone, like I said in the last episode, everyone's walking by
Yeah,
waving.
exactly, and
It's
they're
almost
waving.
like being in Good Morning America with everyone
Wow,
with the
yeah.
glass. Yeah, that's pretty
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, we're in Main Street. Actually, this March Madness 2023, we've got over, I don't know, there's a couple hundred people out there.
There's like 400
And-
people registered or something.
Yeah,
It was-
500, over
Oh my
500.
goodness, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
but everybody's watching the basketball games, enjoying good food, and doing some good business networking. And so one of our friends of our company, Kat Brown. Kat, welcome.
Thank you. Hi, Les.
And so we really, appreciate you coming out and visiting. But what's more important for us is to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
So why don't you tell us about, your passions and your company and why you started it? Because there's a great story. I've had the chance to hear it, at other meetings, but it's a great story.
Well, thank you. I actually started my business in 2019.
What'd you call it?
Virtually Possible 365. By virtue of hard work, I am possible to do all things 365 days a year. So I originally started my business to spend more time with my mom.
Okay.
And at the time, it was, again, 2019, prior to COVID. And she had dementia.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I lost my mom in 2020. But I believe that she set me up for where I am today.
Right, yeah.
So I wanted something that allowed me the opportunity to spend more time with her, to have a little bit more flexibility in my schedule. And I was doing some research to figure out what the heck is out there.
Yeah.
And this virtual assistant
Right.
kept coming up. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And I was like, wow, this is something I can do. I have plenty of experience in a number of industries. I have, multiple degrees. I've done a lot of different jobs, so to speak. And my passion really is to help people.
Yeah. So, Kat, the interesting thing I find about, for you personally, well, number one, you're very dynamic. And
Thank you.
I was telling Rob just a few minutes back, there's an old saying, if you need something to get done, give it to a busy person.
That'll be me.
Yeah, and that's you, right? And so, fantastic concept, virtual assistant. Now, the world, we hear a lot about VAs, that kind of thing.
Yes.
A lot of them are offshore, and then a lot of them are AI. But you have, the personal touch, right?
I do.
And what separates you? What makes you so successful versus the others?
I do believe that personal connection. It is the ability to really connect with someone on different levels. I may start out with clients as a business relationship, but those that have been with me for a while, they're my friends now.
Yeah.
Especially when you have those intimate relationships with people and you really talk about other things besides business. You really get to know them, and they then begin to trust you more.
So what makes a good client for you? What's a good prospect?
Ooh, someone that is not a micromanager. You have to trust me. And I understand that it does require you to build that relationship, but you really need to know that person has your back. And I do. My intention is to be able to provide a service for you that allows you to focus on what you need to focus on.
Folks, so they can do what they do best.
Exactly.
So what are some of the, we're in March Madness, there's craziness going on. So let's hear some crazy stories about, I want, some of the things that people have come to you and said, Kat, I need to get this done. And you the first was like, what?
Actually, a client, we had never done a podcast. She wanted to do it. She's a documentary film producer. And she said, I would love to do a podcast. No idea what the heck I was doing. She's like, I want you to do some research. We developed our first year podcast. We actually talked the other day, and she wants to do the second season.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. So awesome. I never thought I'd be in a position to do that.
Be a podcast producer.
Yes, I know. She's in Argentina, so I don't know how that's going to work. But we can always see if we can make some connections.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to wait till what's Argentina like when it's winter here?
It's summer. It's 100
on
degrees
site
there.
Visit. You need to have her fly you down for some consultation.
I would love it.
Podcast on site.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get a feel for it, right?
I would love it.
Yeah. So, Kat, I have a question. So, first of all, I'm sorry to hear about your mom passing away, but
Thank you.
You had said something that instantly made me think of a question that I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, and that's, you said that when you first started your business, you wanted to build it to structure it so you could spend more time with your mom. Now, most business owners, when they start a company, they find themselves in an area of, I am so overwhelmed because I started the business. So how did you hedge against that so you could still have time with your mom while also building the business?
Seriously, COVID kind of did that for me.
Okay.
Because I started in May of 2019, and I had a couple of clients at that time of people that I just knew that had their own businesses in California, and they needed just some additional hands. But then in March of 2020, the world shut down. So I was in a different position where most people were trying to figure out how to work remote. I was already doing it.
Sure.
So then companies start to realize, oh my God, we do really need some help, and how can we make that work?
Okay. Wow. So you were already pretty much poised for that. when it started, just because of the nature of what you decided to go into business for.
Exactly.
That
It
makes
was
sense.
kind of crazy. I had no idea. Who knew that we would go through a pandemic where the world would shut down?
No, I'm right there with you. I quit my corporate job about 4 months before the world shut down and did the same thing.
So there you go.
I'm right there with you.
A lot of people had to reinvent themselves.
Yeah, and that was for me, I always said it was a good time to do it because I was able to sit back and actually take a step back and look at what's worked, what hasn't worked,
exactly,
and have the time to rebuild it properly rather than being in the hustle and bustle of having to go about and do everything. So while it was, of course, a terrible time for a lot of people, it was also a good time for a lot of people that I think needed that slowdown period.
Exactly. A few of us were talking about it, and they were saying that the workforce has changed. It has changed.
Yeah.
A lot of people, because of the pandemic, they had to reinvent themselves to find a way to make a living. And they used the hustle, so to speak, to try and come up with what those ways look like for them. And a lot of them didn't regain entry into the workforce at that point.
Wow.
Yeah,
Incredible story.
Yeah, and I know for a lot of people, it also made them step back and look at, what's the most valuable thing that I'm focusing my time on now.
Exactly.
It made things a lot more real, at least it did for me.
It does. I mean, you can look at work. Work is great. You need to make a living.
You need to do it, yeah.
Also, having that time with your family or whatever, when someone's close in a house for 24 hours a day, what else can you do but refocus the things that are important to you?
Right. So you're designing your life around your work.
And now more people are designing their life around their family, and work is a part of that to make it happen.
That's awesome. Kat, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
It's great to learn a little bit about you and in the background, and we're happy to share you with our audience.
Well, thank you for having me.
Now,
this was
you're
great.
Going to come back next year, right?
I am definitely coming back. This was great.
She's already signed up.
I'm already on the list for next year. And I have a good spot on the March Madness board. I got Arizona, so go Arizona.
Oh, nice job.
Nice.
Nice. I got Appalachian State again.
Well, thank you for coming by.
Thank you, Kat.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you. Rob, here we go, buddy.
Yes, sir. 2023.
March Madness.
At UTEC HQ. Sounds better when you say it that way.
Yeah, I know. I like to refer to this as the global world headquarters of all the universe.
Dude, today it absolutely looks like that there's 400 people jammed into these walls. It's crazy.
Nuts. It is absolutely nuts. The great part about this event, though, is you get to meet clients and you get to meet our vendors and you get to see them all in a different different atmosphere. It's a different feel.
That's awesome.
And so today, Peter Gasparo from Zoltis.
Hello.
Hey, Peter. He's one of our, tier 1 providers. And so this, I believe, is your first March Madness.
First time being here, yeah.
Yeah, so
first time being here. It's very exciting. It's a lot of fun. It's 3:45, so it's been going on for a couple hours now, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of great conversations so far, a lot of great customers, and a lot of great discussions so far. It's been a very cool event, and the TV wall helps. I'll tell you that. The TV wall helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got basketball going, and every once in a while you hear the crowd go crazy when there's a tight game down to the second.
The first couple of games were fantastic.
Yeah.
Buzzer beater winners.
And
it's been great. Can't ask for more.
No, you can't. So you're a provider of ours. You're a partner. You help us out, but in the company you're with is Zoltis, and we love them. We use them here, right?
You do.
So why don't you give us a quick synopsis of what Zoltis is, and why you're with them, and what your passions are, and
sure,
let's take it from there.
Yeah, loaded question, of course, right? But we're a unified communications platform, so we help with phone systems for businesses, anything from small to enterprise level accounts. We deal with anything from 5 users to 2,000, 3,000 users.
Wow.
We have very large customers that work with us, but we also deal with very small customers. And there's a handful of reasons why people work with Zoltis and UTEC. Number one reason, obviously, is support. You have to be able to have US-based tech support. We offer that here at Zoltis. We work from the morning, the sun coming up, to the sun going down across the United States. So we help with our support team with Zoltis. We also have industry leading 17-second average hold time. So I'm sure you've sat on the phone with Marriott or United
Yeah.
or Delta or
Right.
whoever you fly with or
40
whoever you stay with.
Yeah.
You've sat on hold for maybe 20, 30 minutes. Our average hold time, 16 seconds
Wow.
when we partner with UTEC on these deals. So it's been a lot of fun having that conversation. I have 2 very young kids. I have a 7 and a 5-year-old, soon to be 6. And then I love to play some golf.
That's
So
cool. So did you hit our golf simulator yet?
I did. I was so bad. But to be fair, those are graphite shafts. You
Oh,
need
okay.
to you need to have some stiff shafts back there
Okay.
because I swing regularly, but I couldn't get it off the ground.
Really?
Could not get it off the ground.
I think you should go have another.
I need
beer
another
with it.
drink, and some more swing fuel to help me out. But
So
Yeah.
let me ask you. So unified communication
Yeah.
systems, right?
yeah.
So it's UCS. Now, so when typically we do the man on the street interview and we say, "Hey, how's your UCS going?"
No one knows what that means.
Not a clue, right?
Not a clue.
So let's break it down. What is UCS? Why is it important today versus sometime in the past? And where do you see the future of UCS?
So it's crazy, obviously, with COVID, the world changed.
Without
so there's
question.
UCAS and CCAS. UCAS is Unified Communications as a Service. CCAS is Contact Center as a Service. So when COVID happened, people started working from home because
Correct.
we were told stay at home,
Right?
knock out the curve, whatever they were saying, right? So at the time, people with premise systems couldn't work from
What's
home.
a premise system?
Premise system is in-house. It's a solution that's in-house. You can't be mobile. Our solution, our lingo, our logo at Zoltis is work everywhere, work anywhere.
Cool.
And that's the benefit of UCAS. So UCAS allows your company, allows your employees to work from a beach, work from a home, work from anywhere.
So I'm going to throw you a beach ball. You can just come up and spike it. Is Zoltis new to the cloud game?
We are not. So Zoltis has been in the cloud game since 2008.
Yeah, see, I think that's fascinating.
We have not had a full outage, which is very important for our customers, in over 8 years.
Yeah.
Our phone system remains up. So I'm talking with a customer in Columbus, Ohio, that does all the towing. They had a terrible snowstorm in December. Their phone system went down. They lost thousands of business
Right.
with their phone system being down for 45 minutes because of their current provider. We brought them over to Zoltis. We haven't had a full
Yeah.
outage in over 8 years.
Yeah, I think that's fascinating because so many people are in the cloud, but it's not like it's like they're trying to shoehorn the previous on-prem systems into the cloud.
Correct.
And I find that important that your DNA of your organization is actually from the cloud.
Exactly right. We think it's important, and we see the future being hosted. We see the future being cloud because that's where people are. No one wants to continue to work from an office 5-6 days a week. There are mobile opportunities. There's mobile options out there for our customers to be able to work from anywhere, work from
So
everywhere.
if you were to kind of peer around the corner, where do you see this type of communication going? So, I mean, we understand the cloud movement, but where do you see it in terms of the...
So there's always going to be that customer that has their desk phone on their desk.
Yeah.
However, with this new industry, more and more companies are looking at a couple of different things. They're looking at web chat, they were looking at texting, and they're looking at desk phone applications, desktop applications, I should say. We have all three of those. So
Today.
I have a desk phone in my home office, and I make the joke, my kids use my desk phone more than I use it because I never use it. I use my soft
Cell
phone on my
phone.
laptop, and I use my mobile device, which has a Zoltis app. My kids will run into my office from school, pick up my desk phone, call my boss, say something, hang up on them, right?
That sounds
and
like
then
a lovely child.
they are great. They are great, but they've never seen a landline desk phone
Yeah.
until I brought my desk phone home with me with work. So I think the desk phone is eventually going to go away for certain businesses. Obviously, for some, that's going to stay there, and we
Especially
offer that.
contact center and
Contact center, it'll always be there.
yeah.
Pizza shops, it'll always be there.
yeah.
Law firms, it'll be there. But you look at dentist office, doctor's offices, more and more of them are moving to the cloud. More and more of them are moving to a UCAS solution.
Got
So
it.
we're not seeing desk phones anymore put on their
Wow.
desk.
Well, Peter, I was going to say we appreciate Zoltis. The support for our clients are top notch, and we appreciate the support that you bring for us and our field salespeople.
It's been a great partnership. Looking forward to the continued partnership. I think there's a great opportunity in 2023 to continue to work with you. But this event is amazing.
Yeah. Well,
so if you're in our Ann Arbor, you need to come next year.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you're going to be here next year for next year's March Madness?
100%. Put it on the board already.
All right, my man. Thank you. Appreciate
You got it. Thank you.
Yep. There you go.